Resilient Mornings, Unleashing Stoic Wisdom and African Soul for a Bold New Day, by Kwame Otieno-Bala. Picture the first breath of dawn, cool, untainted, infinite. The world still stretches in the hush before the inevitable. There, in the fragile space between yesterday's burdens and today's possibilities, lies the chance to reclaim yourself. This is not just morning, this is rebirth. Before the sun announces itself, before the world starts demanding, there is a moment for you. In that stillness, the Stoics whisper, you have power over your mind, not outside events. The great Marcus Aurelius himself turned the solitude of dawn into armor, reflecting on impermanence, control, and virtue. You are called to do the same, to fortify your mind before stepping into the chaos. But resilience is not solely an individual affair. Across the African continent, dawn is not met in silence. It is met in song, in rhythm, in the deep hum of ancestors woven into the morning air. A Ghanaian proverb reminds us, wisdom is like a baobab tree, no one individual can embrace it. There, in the communal embrace of morning, wisdom is not hoarded but shared, resilience not a lonely endeavor but a collective ritual. What happens when these worlds meet? When the rigor of Stoic self-discipline collides with the rich, communal heartbeat of African traditions. A new kind of morning emerges, one where silence and song, reflection and connection, discipline and soul, merge into a ritual of unshakable resilience. Your morning is a canvas. How will you paint it? It begins with a choice. Will you allow yourself to be hijacked by notifications, by the manufactured urgency of other people's agendas? Or will you reclaim the first moments of your day? Begin with Stoic stillness. Take a breath. Acknowledge the coming challenges, not as threats but as training. Premeditatio mellorum, imagine what could go wrong, so that when it does, it finds you ready. Write it down. If I face rejection, I will not be shaken. If frustration comes, I will greet it as a teacher. Then, invite the soul. A verse, a proverb, a drumbeat of memory from the ancestors who stood before you. Maybe it's the words of Nelson Mandela, who in the darkness of a prison cell recited Invictus to keep his spirit unbroken. Maybe it's the deep cadence of a hymn sung in your grandmother's kitchen, thick with warmth and wisdom. This is your tether to something greater. And so the ritual takes shape. Wake at a chosen hour, claim stillness, honor tradition, set intention. Not perfection, but progress. Not rigidity, but rhythm. What happens when a resilient morning overflows into the day? Studies whisper their proof structured mornings increase productivity, focus, and well-being. But beyond statistics, the true power lies in the undercurrent of control, in the way a fortified mind turns obstacles into stepping stones. Suddenly, the project that once felt daunting becomes a puzzle to be solved, a test to be mastered. The stress that once tightened your chest transforms into a signal: pause, adjust, persist. The rush of the world does not dictate your pace, you dictate how you move within it. But resilience is not hoarded. It is a fire passed from hand to hand. The African philosophy of Ubuntu reminds us, I am because we are. Your strength amplifies the strength of those around you. Your morning ritual, your quiet discipline, becomes a ripple. Your family feels it, your colleagues sense it, your community absorbs it. The invitation: a new way to begin. And so, as the sun spills gold across the horizon, the invitation stands. To rise with purpose. To meet the day as a warrior meets the battlefield, steady, prepared, unshaken. To weave ancient wisdom into modern life. To greet the dawn not just as a moment, but as a movement. This is resilience. This is abundance. This is the bold new day waiting for you. A new morning calls. Will you answer? Find us at kwameotienobala.com. Subscribe and join the movement.